Hello, people of the internet. I'm Paige. This is Nick. We finally got him for a video. It's a structured one. It's not a vlog, but
oh, there's cookies.
Yeah, that's what it took. Bribery. So today we figured that we would do the get to know us tag. We haven't really given any background into ourselves on the channel yet, so this seemed like a fun way to do that. We have a list of questions. We have some cookies to decorate because it is Christmas time, and so we're going to move our cheat sheet to the middle here so we can take turns, but we're each going to answer each of these questions.
Okay.
So we'll start you off with an easy one while I start decorating a cookie. What's your full name?
Nicholas Richard Zinke.
Richard?
Richard.
I didn't know you were a Richard.
Yes, my middle name is Dick. I'm aware of that.
That's special.
So I'm supposed to ask you these questions as well?
Yeah.
Alright, so what is your full name, if they don't know already?
My full name is Kristen Paige Edenfield. Thank you.
Okay.
It has a lovely ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes, you go by your middle name. Why is that?
I don't know. That's just what my mom decided to call me.
Okay.
Yeah. So why did we start Z Coast Media?
Why did we or why did...
Why did you start Z Coast? And then
okay.
We'll explain that one a little more.
Alright. Well, I mean, originally the idea started in college. And it was to, start creating and more or less being creative and figuring out an outlet, more or less. So didn't really know what it is that I wanted to do with Seacoast yet. Just kind of bought the domain and started developing on it, and later on met you.
Next question. What's one of your bad habits?
One of your bad habits? Waking up late.
True.
What is one of your bad habits?
I bite my fingernails when I'm stressed.
You bite your fingernails?
Mm-hmm.
How have I never seen this?
You've never noticed my fingernails? They're horrible.
I just thought you had really bad fingernails, to be honest with you.
It's my entire life. I tried, and if my mom's watching, she's nodding her head yes. I tried so many things to break the habit, like the bad tasting fingernail polish you can buy, so when you go to bite it, it's like...
Hot sauce?
I tried hot sauce too.
But you probably like that.
Yeah, I like spicy stuff.
So that didn't work.
No, it didn't work at all. But yeah, I've tried and tried over the years to break it, and I have not been successful at it yet, but it's a terrible habit. Ooh, this is a good one. What's the most recent song played on your Spotify playlist?
I'm gonna have to pull that up.
I'm gonna go grab my phone while you look.
It would appear I'm on one of my favorite playlists, which is Jazzy Vibes.
Jazzy Vibes?
It's one of my favorite playlists.
Nice.
For sure. They have very, quote-unquote, lush music on there.
Yeah?
Not a lot of verbiage. It looks like the last one I had still playing was Reefs. So.
Never heard of it.
I had never heard of it either, but, I'll just put this playlist on and listen to it and work, and it's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My most recently played song on Spotify is I was actually listening to a rock Christmas list while I was baking these cookies.
Okay.
And so my most recent one is Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight by Bowling for Soup. On the list for people getting to know us would be the question, what are 3 other YouTube channels that you watch on a regular basis?
On a regular basis?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a tough one. I'm very sporadic with most things that I do. So as far as actually following religiously, I don't think I have 3 that I can name off the top of my head, honestly.
Seriously? I can.
I really do a lot more reading now, just because it allows me to do more without making obnoxious. Are you good?
Yeah, I was upset because I let that one dry too soon before I tried to add sprinkles to it.
You didn't give me any sprinkles.
Well, I just remembered them.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I don't really have 3 that I'm watching right now, but I would love to hear everyone's suggestions.
Ooh, yes, suggestions.
But what is the 3 that you're following currently?
Right now, I watch like every time a new video comes out. Gary Gary Vaynerchuk.
I love his stuff. I watch a lot of it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I don't follow the channel.
Yeah, he has a lot of great stuff on his channel, like all the time. And then I watch Dude Perfect.
They're pretty funny.
They just do a lot of
remarkable
awesome stuff. And they also do. I think it's really cool how when they do sponsored videos, like they recently did one this week, I think, with Bass Pro, like their Christmas stereotypes or something. I just think it's really cool anytime they do a sponsored video, the way they work the brand in without it being in your face, obnoxious advertising. I think that's really cool. And then the third probably be a tie between Pointless Blog and HubSpot videos.
Yeah, check that out.
Okay, Zinky, what did you want to be when you grew up, like as a child?
That's another hard one.
Really?
It is for me because
Thought this would be
once
easy.
again, that sporadic thing I told you.
Yeah.
Picking one thing was kind of difficult. I mean, I bounced back and forth from as a uber young child, from wanting to be like a famous soccer player.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Been
played
there.
soccer for years, so that's one. As far as what's another more? I think I wanted to also. I think I, from a young age, wanted to own my own business, but I just didn't know what that meant. I mean, I wasn't raised around entrepreneurs all that much.
Yeah.
So, everyone that I knew got a job at a big company and worked their way up, and that's all they did. So I think it was interesting. I was always trying to explore and learn new different things. And that might have led to this, to where we are now. So what about you?
Cool.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I went through a lot of phases growing up. I wanted to be, like, after I saw Jurassic Park.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I wanted to be I can't think of the name of it right now, with people who dig up dinosaur bones and stuff.
Okay.
And I also wanted to
Archaeologist.
be, yeah, thank you. And I also wanted to be a meteorologist like my dad.
Okay.
And
See
then,
that for sure.
yeah, then I wanted to be a writer.
Okay.
And
Still doing that.
yeah, still doing that.
Still working that through. Unfortunately.
So what did you wind up majoring in college?
College. I ended up majoring in media production.
Really?
So it's a very broad topic, I guess, very broad major to have, but I just essentially learned all of the Adobe suite and everything about Adobe, and then from there, they kind of give you a little brief insight into like what you could do as far as starting your own business. They did a good job with that at where I went. Pretty much they just focused on you learning how to get a site together, get your portfolio together, and then get out in the real world. So it's been a very interesting ride going from that to now, learning a lot more about marketing and getting into that realm and starting to understand data better. About yourself?
Good. I was an English major, so the majority of my college career revolved around reading books and writing papers.
Reading book and writing
Yeah.
papers, yeah.
And so, I've always had a love of reading. So that's always stuck with me, and it still does today now. I still read, on average, I try to read at least like 30 books a year.
Books.
Yeah, I know. But I also read a lot of blogs. So that, and usually when I'm reading blogs, it pertains back to what we do. I'm just trying to stay abreast of everything that's going on in the industry, and keep up with any new trends or anything that we should be aware of. So